Hey people, it is Saturday, June the 4th, and the temperature is currently 21 degrees Celsius, and it is 4:02 in the afternoon, and I'm here in Roundhouse Park in downtown Toronto, down in the South Core area. And you can see some people asking questions about some of these old train cars here. I believe that's a sleeper car there. And over there you can see a locomotive, and you can see an old GO Transit passenger car. That's what they look like before the double-decker green and white ones that we all know now came into service. Looks sort of similar to a TTC subway train. Toronto, Hamilton, and Buffalo, three neighboring cities in the Greater Golden Horseshoe. And the South Core skyline and the financial district. And of course, right across the street is the granddaddy of them all, the CN Tower. But something special has finally happened. I've been waiting a couple of years for this to happen. So I thought I would document this here at the beginning of this walk. And that is the tour buses have returned. I've mentioned many a time over the course of the pandemic, I wonder when the tour buses would finally come back. And it appears, as far as I know, this is the first weekend where they seem to be back in almost full force. So I'm going to just make my way across the street here and hope I don't get a copyright claim from this fellow here. He's doing a cover song, but you never know. Sometimes a cover song is enough to trigger the copyright claim on YouTube. Actually, maybe I'll walk up to the next crossing up here and we'll get away from the music. I believe he's doing a Drake song. After we make our way past Tourist Central here, I'll continue walking west through City Place, and I think I'll check out the Stackt Market at the corner of Bathurst Street and Front Street. That is a market made up of shipping containers, and I think the last time I walked through there, when things were open and busy, was probably before the pandemic set in. There's the entrance pavilion to the tower and to the aquarium. Very, very busy. It's great to see. And all the usual tourist traps are in full effect here. And now I hear someone doing a cover of a Bowie song. So there you have the aquarium. And I think at some time in the future I will do a video going up in the tower in the upcoming weeks, definitely before the summer is out. I think that's a goal I have. But I'm thinking maybe I'll do it a bit later in the day on the transition into sunset. I think that would be cool to see all the lights lighting up across the city from up at the observation deck at the tower. So I don't think this is going to trigger any copyright claims. And here's the Skydome. And this is the guy that the Skydome was renamed after. I think we all know what his name is. Starts with an R and ends with a Jers.
Strings are coming together. Junction is coming together. This lineup is getting longer. 1-1 to curve. Check swing and break. First. Speaking of injuries, let's get to the injury report brought to you by Bathurst St
No, that we're done. That we're done.
Yeah, as you count, they call Bathurst personal injury.
We're just making our way around the south side of the Skydome here.
Just missed the outside corner. Three balls and a strike on all 100 turn. Good news for Tim Mesa. After his live AP session yesterday here at Rogers Center, which he threw 21 pitches to supply.
And you can hear the commentary of the game in progress here.
Travel on Monday, go to Western New York, and then safely rehab the Sunday.
Well, maybe it's a home run. You can hear the roar of the crowd from out here.
And then sails quickly past Gordon and left. A frozen rope to the 100 level. A 2-run home run for Alejandro Kerr.
There we go, home run. And caught a little bit of baseball excitement here on this walk.
Alejandro Kerr, all smiles, going end to end in the Blue Jays dugout wearing the home run jacket.
Yeah, and the roof of the Skydome is wide open, of course. Today's a beautiful day. Hardly a cloud in the sky. Temperatures aren't too hot. Humidity is low. What's going on here? It's a free giveaway, perhaps. You'll find this sort of thing around the city during the warm weather months. Sometimes you'll be walking along wishing you had a cool, refreshing beverage, and then all of a sudden you'll come across one of those free giveaways and someone will literally hand you a cool, refreshing beverage. And you're like, hey, wow, thanks. Just what I needed. And wow, this certainly needs to be taken care of. I'm wondering if I should cross. Oh, too late now. I'll wait for another light cycle if I wanted to cross to the other side. So the tourist season has barely begun and things are already looking quite active. You can imagine what it'll be like in another month or two. I think the city will be packed during some of the more popular weekends. And here's Lower Spadina. We're going to start walking through the City Place area. We're on the 510 Spadina, heading to Spadina Station. I just realized I forgot to put my little wind muff here on my camera, but it hasn't been terribly windy so far. But I'll just put it on now. Might be a temporary jostling of the camera here. Alright, there we go. There's a bit of a breeze, but it's a very nice breeze.
Leckie.
So now we're making our way through the off-maligned City Place neighborhood. This place gets a lot of hate in some circles, but I've never really found it to be worthy of that. I think it's a perfectly fine neighborhood of high-rise condo towers. I don't see how it's really lacking in most of the, you know, expected urban environment. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Amenities? There, that's the word I was looking for. It's not really lacking in any of the expected urban amenities of a downtown neighborhood.
This shirt is worse than the other shirt.
Hard crafted ice cream, sounds good. Coffee shop. Waffle Pops, Bobo tea and juice. Another cafe. And there are grocery stores and schools. And of course, cannabis retailers. And you got some nice outdoor patios here. Hunter's Landing. And you got like a playground with a splash pad across the street there. And Canoe Landing Park. And over there is a pedestrian bridge that will take you across the rail corridor to get up into the downtown proper. And of course we have a Tim Hortons. You can't have any neighborhood without a Tim Hortons. I see another restaurant across the street, Rose's New York Restaurant and Lounge. And here's a branch of the Toronto Public Library. It's a very modern branch. And here's Bathurst Street. So this is where City Place comes to an end and the Fort York neighborhood begins on the other side. A bit of a traffic cluster F around here. And there's Fort York itself. It's a historical site. Before Toronto existed, Fort York existed. And then the town of York grew up nearby, which eventually was renamed to Toronto. So Fort York dates from the late 1700s, as does the original town of York. Here's a look at the fort. I think someone has a full-time job just keeping that grass mowed.
Yeah.
Stupid excuse.
And before the well development grew up, you could get an awesome view of the financial district from here, but it's now behind all the new buildings. That's just part of living in a constantly growing and evolving city. But you can still get the good CN Tower view.
Okay.
So,
And you can get some awesome train spotting in from here. It's probably the biggest rail corridor running through the city.
Like Ryan was actually.
And here's the Stackt Market. Bathurst in front. So I'll take a walk through. I'm not sure how much music I'll encounter in here. I have a feeling there'll be quite a lot. But we'll see if I can make it through. I might have to talk over music on a constant basis or even mute it out when I start editing this video. It all depends. But it's very busy in here, as you can see. This opened up a few years ago. I think in the early summer of 2019. And then, of course, they had a couple of years of downtime here. I think they're still open off and on during the restrictions and lockdowns and all that sort of thing. But this is probably the first summer season in full force here in at least 3 years. It's kind of cool. Shops, restaurants, bars, all the usual. And some neat vistas as you walk through the shipping containers. In some places they're stacked up on top of one another. That's cool. They have their own little private eating area there. And the music is just never ending here. And I think down at this end there's some bars and a beer garden type place, if that's your cup of tea. And I remember coming here a few years ago and it wasn't nearly this busy. So it's good to see this place has really become popular. It was supposed to just be a temporary thing, but I have a feeling it's going to be sticking around a lot longer than was originally intended. And I'll just continue to talk over the music here. It's literally been following me the entire walk. It's like the official soundtrack of the Stackt Market. And And there's where you can go in and get some alcohol. So let's go around. I think we can get in again on this side here.
What I love about this is like I don't have to wash my hands. Or I guess. Thank you.
This is kind of neat and all, but this isn't really the type of place I would typically find myself wanting to hang out in. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Let's see if I can walk through here to get back to the other side. And it looks like I can. I'll try to get to the other side. There's another walkway that I didn't show yet. Make my way over there. It's a definite sort of hipsterish vibe to this place. It's a lot more colorful now. When it first opened up, it was just all plain black with no art or color anywhere. So it's good that they added some artwork. Alright, I think we're going to go back out the way we came in again. And I'll just continue to do my thing here. Try and block out the continual music. And over here you can see a little map of the market. I would have liked to have taken a little more leisurely tour through there, but with that music I felt like I had to kind of go through there as quickly as possible. So that was the Stackt market. As I said, I have a feeling that's going to be sticking around for quite some time here. When something proves to be popular in this city that was meant to be temporary, those plans tend to change. I remember when the Toronto sign at City Hall was first installed, that was just meant to be temporary, but it was so popular with tourists and whatnot that they made it permanent. So I think I'm going to wrap things up here. Got to look at the return of the tour buses in front of the CN Tower and Ripley's Aquarium. And some home run excitement walking past the Skydome, and then a very busy Stackt market. So I hope you enjoyed the walk on this beautiful day. Leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts if you did enjoy it. And be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And also make sure you hit that notification bell, that way you won't miss any of my videos. And if you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal and my merch store. And I also recently enabled that super thanks button down below. And you can also find me on Instagram under KContinuum. So thanks for watching, and be sure to keep checking back because, as always, I will continue.